I have found the easiest way to start is by starting with my contour, because contour has definite places where it goes. You will just fill in with your main highlight. So your contour, well, basically the 3D foundation, your highlights and your contours work together to enhance the features that you love and to diminish the features that you don't by using highlights and then the shadows. So contour creates shadows, and we'll place it on our cheekbone. So you didn't see. Okay, you're just gonna tap in a couple times. Mine's almost gone. So you're gonna tap in a couple times. Contour is the dark one, and it will look a little scary. But you're gonna find your cheekbone. If you wanna do fishy face, find your cheekbone, and then you wanna go right on top of that. Basically from the top of your ear down to the corner of your mouth, but stopping by the middle of your eye. You don't wanna go past, because then you're gonna drag that down. We want our face lifted up. We don't want to drag it down. So then you'll put it there. Then we do at the top of our forehead. This is kind of bringing everything in. Depending on the shape of your forehead, if you have a small forehead, you don't want to do too much. You may even just do over on the sides. If you have a taller forehead, then you may do a little bit more contour. Just depends on the face shape, and I can find a graphic for you if you're interested in that. Then you do your jawline. I'm gonna come down here. I bring it from my ear. So like right here, follow my jawline. I don't wanna do it under, I want to do it right where I can see it, because that's creating a shadow to help eliminate that double chin. Well, it doesn't eliminate it, but it gives that shadow, and there's that appearance. It's still there. So I always, I think I've told you this before, I always go ahead and blend this line, because when you're looking at your face, you may forget, and you don't want to go out and have this harsh line down on your jaw. So I do blend it. So a lot of times when you're blending, you want to press the makeup in. I still have a tendency to swipe sometimes. Depending on your brush, it may take a little bit more swirl or something. The tighter bristles, you definitely want to tap and stipple. The looser brushes or bristles like this, you're going to be like swirling. This is more kind of tapping in. So lastly is nose contour. You can contour your nose, or you don't have to. It just depends on if you like to or not. I like to, and I like to use my fingers, and I will put it on both my fingers, rub them together, and just kind of almost touch the fingertips and run up, and it leaves just a little line for the brighter highlight. So I didn't blend everything in. I kind of started blending out my forehead contour, but we can blend at the end. That's kind of easier. You can see where everything's placed. The next thing we will do is the brighter highlight might be the easiest second step. So I'll dip into my brighter highlight, and that is what is going to draw your eye, because we are drawn to anything that's bright. So we're going to put the brighter highlight in the middle of your face, because we're wanting to draw it here. So we're going to put it up top. We're gonna put it below our eyes, but we don't wanna just do like a moon shape. You wanna just get the corner of your eye, and then we're gonna put it over here. This draws it up again. So another little facelift. So we'll do this side and over here. And then your nose, again, you can use a brush or you can use your finger. I'll use my finger and just go straight down. You can always touch up if you kind of get into your contour or anything. And then lastly, it's optional. You can do right here on your Cupid's bow and on the center of your chin if you want to. Those are optional. Again, it's going to draw your face there. So if you don't like your chin, if there's something about your chin you don't like, don't put the brighter highlight there. You don't want people's face drawn there if you're not happy with a feature. So the next one would be the brighter highlight, which is your main foundation, the closest to like a foundation you would go buy at a beauty counter. And so that is we're going to even out our skin tone with that. So then you dip in, again, just kind of tapping in, and then we'll go down here. You're going to put this anywhere you didn't place contour or the brighter highlight. So you're just filling in now where you didn't place anything. And it doesn't take a lot. So you want to be careful not to get too much. So I just did that here because I didn't have anything right here. Around here, jumped over here, and then just a little bit on my forehead. I have my contour here in the brighter, so it's just kind of a little bit on either side. And then I will just go ahead and run any excess onto my eyelids. For eyeshadow, priming your eyelid is great with your main highlight or your brighter highlight, and you can even put the setting powder on there, so then that helps your eyeshadow to stay. You don't have to, that's just a handy tip that you can use. So now I'm still going to use the same brush. You could go in and blend with this brush if you wanted on this end, but for sake of just one brush, one palette, I'll show you how to blend with this. So you want to start blending with your brightest colors. Don't want my phone to fall. Your brightest colors. So I'm going to do my brighter highlight and the main highlight. They're okay to blend together. So I'm just tapping in. You can be a little bit more gentle by your eye. Go real gentle. And then down over here. And then with your contour, whenever you're ready to blend, you want to blend upward. And you're not wanting to blend the color away. Cream, you can end up blending it all together and then you don't have your definite where they go. You don't want to over blend. So you just want to be able to still have that, but you want to get rid of any harsh lines. So then I'll come up here, blend up into my hairline and make sure I don't have any harsh lines. And then again, blend up. We don't want to drag our face down. Just like that. And I'll come back around here just to make sure. Okay, so there's that. If you don't have eyeshadows with this, it's great. You could put this on your main part of your lid. You can put this up on your crease, your contour color. You could put it on your crease, and then the brighter highlight up by your brow bone and on the inner corner. You could even add in your lip and cheek on your eye for some color. So all very versatile how you want to do it. There's no really wrong way to do it. So that's all blended in. I'll go ahead and do a lip and cheek color real quick. And I will go with Madrid. And so my contour was here. I'm going to go a little bit higher with my lip and cheek placement. And I'll still take that back about to my hairline. Another tip on your contour, if you have a more round face and you want your face to look thinner, you want to do more of an angle with your contour, so like a steep angle. If you have a thin face and you want it to be a little bit fuller, you would do a little bit more horizontal, so maybe from like the middle part of your ear down, more horizontal, so that will help broaden out your face. But if you want to slim it, then you want more of an angle. Okay, now we need to put our lip and cheek on our lips. So I'll stick with the Madrid and put that on my lips. So you can apply our lip and cheeks with your finger on your lips. You can use the multitasker brush. It's great for, I don't have it here with me, but it's great for applying that. Or you can use another end of the brush, but finger works just fine for me unless it's a really bright color. And then I'll go ahead and put my illuminator right in the middle. I like to do that and rub it all in just to give a little dimension to it and some pop with it. I guess I'll show you placement of your, if you got an illuminator. So I'm using a cream right here on this side. So whenever the sun hits it, the light hits it, it will just give you a little shimmer. And actually I'll go grab, oh, I have one right here. I'll show you on the other side the powder. With the powder illuminator, I like to apply it with the blend brush, but you can use the detail brush just for the sake of applying. So we're gonna go on this side and it gives a nice pop. The powders will definitely give you more of a pop. So you can apply it to the end of your nose and up on your brow bone right there, and even right above your lip. And then that's going to, the light's gonna catch it and it's going to draw your eye to there. That's basically it, except for the final step of your beauty blender. So when you receive your beauty blender, it'll come in a little tin. You'll open the tin and it's this size, but then you want to run it under water. I tend to do that before I start my makeup so it has a little time to dry a little bit. It'll start out this size, but once it's like a sponge, once you fill it with water, you want to keep wringing it out and it will grow. And then you take this and you start setting in your makeup, just tapping okay? But the best thing you can do is do with the setting spray. And you just give a spray on there.
Hey, you sprayed my hair.
I'm so sorry. Little overspray on Ellie. So then you're going to tap it in, and this is going to do two things. It's going to help set your makeup for the day, and then it's going to take off any extra makeup that you have, because when we first start using this makeup, we tend to use too much, and it's a cream that's very pigmented. So go into starting applying your makeup with that in mind, knowing go little, go light, because it'll go a long way.